now 21 days into the government shutdown, still no end in sight as both Republicans and Democrats dig in, continuing to blame the other side.
It's been 3 weeks since Democrats shut down the government. Since Democrats chose to put the demands of far-left activists ahead of serving the American people.
How is it far left to say we want to lower health care premiums and spare tens of millions of people from financial ruin?
But while Washington politicians continue to hold the line on funding votes, Americans continue to feel the pain. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers out of work, thousands more going without pay, and now millions facing the possibilities of everyday services falling through the cracks. The top concern at the moment being air travel, as air traffic control shortages enter a 4th week with more expected sick outs on the horizon. Any moment now, several Senate Republicans are expected to join President Trump in the Rose Garden. NewsNation's Kelly Meyer is live for us at the White House ahead of that meeting. So, Kelly, do we expect any progress to come out of this luncheon?
Well, you never know, but right now it's a stalemate on Capitol Hill, as it has been. Right now, those Senate Republicans are in those buses heading down to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to meet with the president for this Rose Garden luncheon. We know the president and Senate Republicans have been really pointing the finger at Democrats. You heard the leader there, Leader Thune, calling it the Democrat shutdown or Schumer shutdown. The other side still blaming the president for the shutdown. So a lot of back and forth on this. We know that just last night, the Senate failed for the 11th time to advance that House-passed measure to fund the government and end this ongoing shutdown. There's no vote on advancing the funding bill scheduled for today. Both Johnson and Thune have said that the November 21st funding deadline might need to be extended. Johnson is saying that Democrats are, quote, eating the clock. Here's what the president had to say just last night.
So we're hoping the Democrats become much less deranged and that we will get the vote pretty soon. And I hear they're starting to feel that way, too. They're starting to feel like they really have to do what's right for the country, and they will.
And we're covering this from all angles, Nichole. We have our Tom Dempsey back there in the Rose Garden waiting for this event. We have Jackie on the Hill. She just caught up with Democratic Senator John Fetterman, who's actually really pushing Republicans to use this nuclear option to really would override the Senate filibuster to pass a bill to reopen the government. He's pushing for that. We know in our NewsNation town hall, he was supportive of reopening the government. Now he's pushing Republicans to use this measure to get it done. Nichole.
All right, and Kelly, believe it or not, some people are warning this shutdown could stretch beyond Thanksgiving. But for so many Americans, the impact of the shutdown is much more immediate.
And that's the thing, you know, there could be a lot of back and forth here in Washington, or even some members not here in Washington. But for folks at home, they are dealing with this daily. We know that there are furloughed workers, there are fired federal workers, and that's just growing. We know the president has floated that about firing workers, and they're starting to do that, as we know. Fired federal worker lawsuits challenging 4,000 plus layoffs, furloughed workers, 750,000 people daily. So we are watching to see what happens next. We did catch up with some of those workers, a fired federal worker, to hear how they're feeling. Take a listen to this.
I'm trying to be positive, but yeah, I struggle. It's a struggle between being angry and being sad because I definitely feel robbed, like my career was taken from me. You know, I feel like we were criminalized and demonized, and we were just going to work, you know, and to have that ripped away from us, again, not because of performance, and not even because they can't afford to pay us.
And those are the things that members of Congress are hearing when they go back to their districts or their states. We'll see if that changes the tune here when they come back to Capitol Hill, and see what happens at this luncheon, if anything does come out of it here today, Nichole.
All right, Kelly Meyer live for us there at the White House. Kelly, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.